Okay, all right. It's today with John and Helen on Plus TV Africa. We just saw a little bit of the real estate offering for today. We'll get deeper into that later on, Justin.
Yes, but we'll now quickly move into an equally critical area. The family is the focus for now. And we ask, is a family in crisis? To help with answers is friend of the house, a man popularly known as the common sense guru and one of the world's leading relationship expert, motivational speaker, wealth creation agent and coach with over 3 decades of practice transforming lives. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel is a leading voice for personal, corporate and national transformation, a best-selling author of over 50 books and counting. Our guest is a media personality and CEO of the Common Sense Group with 9 subsidiaries and a global footprint. Welcome to Today with John and Helen, the double celebration edition.
Thank you so much, sir. Welcome. We say Merry Christmas
Thank
to
you very much.
As always, it is a pleasure
you.
and honor to learn from you. It's always a learning time when we have you on the show. So, to the topic, is the family really in crisis, even as Christians celebrate Christmas?
Well, thank you once again for having me, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Is Dr. Olumide with us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you clearly. Can you hear me?
Is our guest with us yet? I can see you.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm here. I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yes. So the question is, is the family in crisis?
Okay, yeah, I was saying thank you very much for having me, and Merry Christmas to you and to everyone. It's been an eventful year, and we're grateful to God for His grace that has kept us thus far. So is the family in crisis? Yes, the family is in crisis. The family is in crisis for many reasons. One, family values have really disintegrated in our world today. So that has affected the way the family is run, and it has affected the way the family operates. Apart from family value being very low right now, societal value is also a major problem. The societal value has also gone so bad that when you begin to look at what people value now, you begin to ask yourself, what has happened to us? Because we do not place value on marriage, value on parenting, and value on the family as we ought to, because of a lot of crisis that is happening in our world today. So yes, the family is in crisis, but everyone that is part of the family must realize that and make up their mind not to be a part of the negative statistics.
All right, Dr. Emmanuel, let's try and get a bit of perspective to all of this and try and understand how we got to where we are. Is it a thing of modernity failing us or civilization? Because right now, you talked about people, or parents not being present in the lives of their children, the syndrome of baby mamas, absentee fathers and all that. How did we get to this particular level?
Yeah, when we started abandoning the time-tested, old-time, lifetime principles of the family, we started getting it wrong. You see, you can never, and I repeat, never succeed at something when you don't understand the purpose of it. You can never succeed at something when you don't have a connection to the foundation of it. You see, the family was ordained by the Creator. The family is not the idea of any individual. The family is not the idea of politicians. The family is not the idea of any nation. The family is the idea of God. And if we're going to have a successful family, we therefore need to reconnect back to the purpose for the family as established by God, the creator of the family, and do it according to the principles and the value of the creator, who is the one that's ordained the family. And that is where the challenge has come from. A lot of people want to do family, operate family, and run the family without reconnecting with the creator, without understanding the purpose of the family, and without doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And that's where the problem comes from. So you have a lot of dysfunctional family because dysfunctional individual that do not understand the purpose of family are getting involved in relationship, and they are creating dysfunctional home and then raising dysfunctional children.
Okay. The general saying is that the family is the bedrock of the society. That's the starting point for every society. You meet the big man, the highly successful man out there is from the family. The armed robber out there is from the family. The cultist is from the family. Now, so what's the role of the family in modern day society? I'm thinking, in line with family crisis, what is the role of the family in extension to the society?
Well, the role of the family, number one, is to create a community of love. The role of the family is to create a community for nurturing, for preparation, and for incubation. So that out of that family, whole people, that's people that are wholesome individuals, can be raised to then go forth and build the society. Like you said, the armed robber is from a family, the kidnapper is from a family. Now, because that individual did not grow up in a wholesome environment, and the family they grew up in and the society they grew up in did not fulfill the purpose that they should fulfill in their life, they grew up to be dysfunctional individuals with deficiencies in their life, and then they ended up becoming a menace to the society. So every one of us, as family members, as individuals, as couples, as parents, must understand that the home is a place of love, community, nurturing, and incubation. So that we use the home to identify the gifts, the talents, and the potentials of the individual within the home, and give them a conducive environment to nurture those possibilities so that we can send them into the world as an answer and not a problem. And that's why the family must do everything they need to do to ensure that the family values, the values of love, of tolerance, of care, of kindness, is imputed into the life of people from the home, so that when they go out there, what they were trained with will become the software that runs their life wherever they go. And that's what the family needs to begin to look back into right now.
Okay.
All right, indeed, interesting, conversation so far. But Dr. Olumide, well, some people tend to, have a different notion towards, the families or what really makes up a family. Some people tell their children that I'm alone here to take care of you. I'm your mother, I'm your father, and that's enough for you. While some other people would say that it takes a mother, a father, and the children to make up a family. Others would disagree and say that since the father is not around, I have my own father that can serve as a father figure. That's the grandfather right now. But what really makes up an ideal family?
Okay, well, we have heard it said over and over again that it takes a village to raise a child. But you see, in the 21st century, you now have to choose and decide your village. So, because of the uniqueness of the 21st century, so the ideal family is a nuclear family with a village support system. That's the ideal family. You have a nuclear family, father, mother, children. Even if the father, mother, children are dead, we still need a village. We still need support system. But the difference now is that that village should not be the village of the 19th century or the village of the 20th century. The village of the 21st century is a village that you form by yourself, you create by yourself, you gather by yourself. So you need to create your own tribe. You need to look for families and individuals that have the same kind of values like you and come together as a village, so that that village will help to become a support system for you and your children. So whether there is a father or not, even if you're a single parent and you're a man and you've got children, you need to ensure that there are strong male and female role models. There are strong support systems that your children can look up to and relate with. If you're a single mother, same thing. Even if you have a whole family, husband, wife, and children, you need to ensure that the school that your children goes to becomes a positive village and not a negative village. You need to identify the friends, the neighbors, and the children that your children are related with, to be sure that, because those are all part of the village, whether you like it or not, the school is part of the village that will raise the child. And the school did not come to you to force your child to become their student. You went to the school by yourself. So parents should go into intentional parenting to ensure that the school that their children are going to is a village that can help them, the values of the school, the way the school is set up, the teachers and everything, and they should be involved. to identify the strength of that village. If you're a Muslim or you're a Christian and your children are going to church or going to mosque, you must choose the church or the mosque you are going to and ensure that they are doing the right thing in their children's church. The same way you check your children's homework when they come back from school, check their Bible, check their lesson notes when they come back from church. So it's all about intentional parenting. So the ideal family is the nuclear family with a support system.
Okay, intentional parenting. And earlier on, you talked about the need for us to entrench and sustain values. Now, family crisis. I'm thinking also about what we see around the younger people, even the older ones are pushing for money, wealth, riches, without the old-fashioned teaching of hard work and dedication and passion. Please, let's have your take on that.
Well, it's still all about the family values and societal value that has gone down, like I said. We live in a world right now where contentment is no more a value system, where from the music to the movies to the songs, everything is somebody wants to blow, somebody wants to make money, and a lot of people want to make money for doing nothing. And it's part of the value system that has gone down. Godliness with contentment, they say, is a great gain, but the contentment is no more part of our value system. And we need to bring back that because we live in a materialistic world right now where people are rated and valued based on what they wear, where they drive, and all those stuff. But really, if you mature, you realize that it's not what you drive, it's what drives you. It's not what you wear, it's what wears you. Know what you live is what lives in you. So the solution is to help people to begin to reconnect with the place of contentment. Because see, you can buy a house. Money can buy you a house, but money cannot buy you a home. Money can buy you a car, but money cannot buy you protection. Money can buy food. It can't buy you the appetite to eat. Money can buy you a woman, but it can't buy you a wife. Money can buy you clothes, but it can't buy you the fitting to wear. So there is limitation to money. But when poverty is the software, poverty mentality is the software that runs people. They think that, oh, if I can just get all the money, and they are ready to get it anyhow. So we need to begin to go back to help people to understand the importance of the dignity of labor, because these are values that are no more there. Contentment is no more a value. Dignity of labor is no more a value system, because we see people that have not done anything meaningful, and even though they have not done anything meaningful, they are making money. So someone is owns a barbing salon, and then he becomes a local government chairman, and within 8 months, he's now living in Banana Island. And someone is saying that, boy now, it was a barber, in 8 months, just by being a local government chairman, someone has stolen money, and instead of him being in jail, he negotiates, he returns some money, and is walking around. And the person that stole 10,000 naira or stole a chicken is in prison for 7 years. So when you look on and you see that there is problem with value, so that begins to become a software that is raising the next generation. So you see a lot of younger people asking themselves, what is who education help, who school help? Why? Because they feel that all the schools and the education they are going to, they don't really need it at the end of the day, because the people they see out there are musicians that didn't go to school, that have 6 children for 17 women, and the guy is the one celebrated, he's the politician, he's the actor and the actress that have one baby mama there, one side chick there, and they're the one being celebrated, and we don't celebrate positive role models. So when you have a reality show that has to do with music or has to do with movie or nakedness, the price is 100 million. When you have a reality show that has to do with education and the brain, then the price is 5 million. So how do you compare 5 million first price to 100 million first price? It is, and all the corporate organization, they will not support any reality show that has to do with debate, that has to do with science, that has to do with the brain. They won't support. They support the reality show. So it is, all of us are guilty, from the government to the corporate organization to the producers of the music and the movie to the TV station that popularizes and pushes what is not. So we are creating a negative value system. So in the world that we live in today, dignity of labor is no more part of our value system. Contentment is no more part of our value system. We don't celebrate people. Teachers are on strike, they don't pay them, but you want to pay footballers hundreds of millions. You want to pay musicians hundreds of millions. But the teachers and the doctors that have gone to school, they will go on strike. Nobody is taking them serious. So we are all guilty, because we have shown that dignity of labor is not important, contentment is not important, going to school and being a cerebral person and being a scientist, a doctor, a teacher is not important. But when you are a politician, you are a musician, you are an actor, you are important. That's why everybody wants to be a politician. Everybody wants to be a musician, everybody wants to be an actor. So who will be tomorrow's pilots? Who will be tomorrow's scientists? And we are jeopardizing our future with this irresponsible lifestyle. But it's
Okay.
time for us to all begin to play our parts to change things.
Okay, all right, thank you. The younger ones will be saying, what's he talking about? Influencers are everywhere, and there's so many jobs that you can just close your eyes and open your eyes and you're there, social media and all. Now, we're almost wrapping up. You have another question for him? Because I would like for him to just,
I was just wondering, we've talked about how, the family system is actually going down the drain. Another typical thing that we see around right now, Helen, is the issue of divorces. Gone are the days when, families or marriages enjoy or celebrate 25 years, 30 years. Now we see after a year, 2 years, 5 years, divorces.
That's a huge area. But perhaps you would just like to touch on it, for a minute.
Okay, what I would just like to say is that one of the major reasons why we have crisis today is because of lack of preparation. A lot of people don't prepare for marriage. They only prepare for wedding. Over 80% of people that are married today, if you ask them, I did that research years ago, I had over 70,000 responses, and over 80% of people will just ask three questions. When you got married, looking back, can you say you were really prepared for marriage? And over 80% of them said they were not prepared. They only got to marriage to realize that, I didn't know this what marriage is all about. And the second question was, if you have an opportunity to marry again, will you marry the same person? Over 80% of them said, no, I will not. And the third question is, how long have you been married? And many of them were married for less than 5 years. Why? Because they were not prepared. So a lot of people don't prepare. See, when you talk about divorce, marital crisis, there are top 5 reasons for marital crisis. Communication, sex, money, third parties, and unrealistic expectations. And to me, the most important is communication, because there is no problem we cannot solve except a problem we cannot discuss. The level of tolerance and forgiveness is very low, which are all part of the values that have been lost. So when people get into marriage, they should go in there prepared. And when they get in there, they should be willing to work out whatever crisis comes, because there is no problem we cannot solve if we are willing to make it work. A successful marriage takes 2 people. Only one person cannot make it work.
Excellent. I said it. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel will just keep going if you let him, especially in that area of relationship and the family. We will say thank you at this point in time. We wish that we had more time, but we are totally out of the limit for how long we can stretch this segment. And we can never thank you enough. So many things to take away there.
So many things to take away. When you talk about family, it's a whole lot, because it's something everyone can relate with.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Dr. Emmanuel. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you. And please.
Thank you. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas to you. And our regards to the family. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, so the family must be salvaged, and mind shift mentality and family values are imperative. And you know that. So said our guests this morning. And thank you so much once again. Time to take a quick break. There is more, before we say our bye-byes. Remember that we have Emma Okoro and Associates bringing us some good news relating how you can change your story before the end of the year. Everything is possible.
Yes, if you believe.
So don't go away. We'll be back shortly.